Welcome to Amidi Chats.
Hello.
Sup, Greg?
That
Oh.
wasn't that wasn't the intended result.
That's not what I was expecting either, but it was funny.
Oh gosh. All right, let me start this timer. Ooh, and let me take some notes. Although I suspect I won't need them. Because we're all
You won't.
professionals here.
Uh-huh. Um, Speaking of being professionals, I was editing a video for YouTube yesterday.
hmm
And like an old video with a stream I recorded. And I was muted on my stream for 35 minutes until somebody popped in the chat and was like, "Are you talking?"
Oh no.
I'm just playing my game, chattering away to myself that no one could ever hear.
So last night I decided to hop on my Oculus for the first time in like 3 weeks.
Oh,
Hadn't been going on there. So I jumped in a karaoke room because I like to do those on there. And I actually hosted one because there were none. And so like 6 or 7 people joined and we're playing some music. I have a playlist on shuffle and something glitched out. I don't know what happened, but apparently my mic went off. 3 songs later, the girl who had been in the room with me for a while, she was like, "Hey, VTEB, are you still singing?"
mm,
And I'm responding. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here." "Oh, hello? We can't hear you." So I was muted for like 3 whole songs.
nice.
Yeah, shit happens.
Mm,
Anyway, gosh, we just did this less than a week ago.
true.
What's been up since then?
Almost didn't make it though.
Soccer season is in full swing.
Yeah,
Supposedly it's fall now. I don't buy
not in Louisiana.
it. And I've been physical therapist.
Oh yeah, how's that going? By the way, I haven't really talked about it.
Pretty good. It's been very gradually ramping up, but
Okay.
the past 2 weeks they had me like focusing more on using one crutch and like being able to like put 75% weight on my foot.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing that around the house and walking around with one crutch and having a free hand and going up and down the steps on my feet instead of crawling.
Oh wow.
And so going pretty good, pretty good. I'm still not she told me today I could start uh like trying to walk some without the crutch around the house, but like if it hurts or don't overdo it basically.
Hmm.
And then I mentioned that like my biggest complaint is just sleeping with the boot on and like rolling over in the middle of the night and my boot doesn't move cuz like heavy and stuck and then I wake up with my
Oh.
hips all jacked. And she was
Oh.
like, you shouldn't have to do that the whole time. You should be able to wean off of that at some point. I'm going to look into that." So that's like the biggest hope of my life is that
Take
she
it off
might
while you
find.
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that
I can
sounds
do that.
annoying for
Yeah,
sure.
because I'm in it for at least 2 more months.
Hmm.
So, but
Okay.
otherwise, it's going pretty good.
Well, that's
Aaron,
good.
Aaron saw me take like one step earlier from the counter to the table to help the kids with something. She was like, "You can go without crutches now." She was already plotting
Yeah.
what I had to work on.
Watching him like a hawk. Cool, cool. What else has been going on? What y'all get up to this past weekend?
We had some friends over,
Mm-hmm.
soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver had a friend sleepover. Um, I
I got a.
made baked ziti.
Oh,
Pretty good.
okay.
What
I got a
else?
random picture from Aaron of a tiny sitting area, like a looked like something that belonged in a dollhouse. And I was like, the fuck?
Oh yeah,
So so explain that.
I just one of those little miniature kits where you have to build everything. Purchased one of those, and that's what I did for craft night with my friends. Um,
Gotcha.
so like it's got like a bookshelf. So you, like, have to cut out and fold the books and, uh, put the shelf together. I don't know, you can get them on Amazon or whatever. I got that particular one from Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
Um, was literally $5.49, and it gave me hours of fun. I did explode the glue all over the table, so I just left it there until it dried.
Oh, it peeled
Yeah.
off?
Yeah, I mean, you know what our table looks like.
I
Not a
know.
big deal.
It's just Elmer's glue, so like white glue.
Hmm,
We had
okay.
somebody come and talk to us about potentially doing some work around our house.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I won't go into details, but
Guess we'll see what happens with that, but that's
yeah,
good. Some
I think
progress.
our
Some progress, like our Canadian friends would say.
mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, well, cool. I
Yeah,
think I'm gonna probably come watch some soccer this weekend
Ooh.
okay.
because
We
'cause I'm
got the
not on
kids'
call.
chore chart set up.
Got the kids what?
Chore chart set up
Oh, yeah?
so they can
Okay,
earn their
cool.
Monopoly money.
I would like to see that too.
I mean, it's kind of underwhelming.
I know, but
It
I still
it's
wanna
just
see it.
it's like a list of stuff. It's 3
It
things they
literally
have
looks like a spreadsheet on a board.
it's 3 things they're supposed to do every day, and then they get to choose from a list of other things to do each day, and those are a mix of fun activities and chore activities,
Mhm.
and, they both picked the same activity today, which was arts and crafts for 30 minutes.
Mm.
So Oliver did his until he was done with it, which was like 35 minutes, and Simon did his for 5 minutes and then left. So he didn't get a check mark today for
Mm. Okay, okay.
Yeah, little goofball.
Well, that's good. That went into effect today?
Mhm.
Gotcha.
We've been talking about it. It's just I finally was able to get it all written down and nor organized over the weekend.
Mhm.
And now I have to make a second board that has like how much they earn for each activity and what they can cash in for.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because they're going to get, for anyone who's unaware, if we haven't mentioned this before, I don't remember, they're going to do chores and activities and stuff, and they're going to get Monopoly money in a little folder, kind of like at school they get Cub Cash for being good,
Oh
which
my
is just little
gosh.
little cutout dollars that they can then cash in later for like pencils and water bottles and stuff like that.
Where was Cup
E-
Cash when I was young?
and so they are currently they have like 3 things they're supposed to do every day. That gets them $200. Then they have the list of optional things, that's $100. And what was the other thing?
I don't
There was another thing that earned them like $100. And they can do more than one of the optional list if they want to, if they have time.
Okay.
And then their redeems are stuff like an extra hour of tablet time, $5 cash, camp out on the couches because they like to sleep on the couches sometimes,
I like it.
and stuff like that.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a little incentive for them to do some chores and some activities. I had them running outside today
Oh,
because they are both doing better at soccer, but they are also both 4 minutes into a soccer game with their hands on their hearts like they're about to pass out. And I'm like, y'all are too young to be to have no energy like this. You gotta get a move on.
right.
So
Well, cool. That's awesome. I have nothing to report from the last week. I have done nothing but work and veg out over the weekend. So, shame, shame, shame on me.
What movies did you watch that someone else, suggested?
I probably shouldn't talk about that. I did turn on the first episode of that show, The Penguin,
yeah.
and I decided like 3 minutes in that I wasn't really ready to start watching it yet. but it looked good, so I'm probably gonna watch it.
Interesting.
Yeah. What did I watch? I don't think I watched any movies. I don't think I did anyway. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, anything else before we move on?
I don't think so.
So, talking with Erin earlier, she mentioned something about maybe having a surprise game for us. Is that happening?
um, I've been looking. And I can't figure out what to play.
Oh, okay.
But we can do what's it called? Where you do like the first letter of the alphabet and continue on.
Oh,
A little
like
improv.
make a story?
Mhm.
I like that game.
But I don't want to um I just want to be like a bystander. I don't want to be in the round robin part of it. I want you and Lyle to do it.
You just want me and Lau to play and go back and forth?
Mhm.
Okay, are you gonna give us the setup for it? Or we gotta come up with that too?
No, no, no. I'm going to give you the setup.
Okay.
Oh, they um they have a new version of Jackbox Party Pack
Oh, okay.
that's like it's a dirty version for adults
Ooh, I like it.
called like After Dark or something like that.
Mhm.
And they have a new Fake in It, the one where you have to be in the same room,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
except they adapted it to work remotely.
Okay.
I think when you're playing, from what I could tell, I was just kind of half watching it a week or two ago. You It'll ask you to like hold up to like say how many times have you done blank, and you hold up, you like choose a number, and a little digital hand will raise up during the game to hold up the number for you,
Mm.
so you can see what number everyone is holding up. But somebody gets a completely different question, obviously, so their number might not
Right,
make sense at all.
right. How many
Like,
times have you been arrested? 10.
yeah,
And the
yeah,
question they got was, how many times have you eaten bananas in the last month?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's fun.
yeah, or like, how many times have you joined the Mile High Club? And theirs is how many times have you flown? And they're like, "That's a weird question for this game. I can't count how many times." And everybody else is like, "Okay,
Wow.
okay."
Okay, I have a topic.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a topic for our game now. If you um
Who's which
are
one of us
list
is gonna start?
if you were here listening just now, um Toby cut out like an hour of me googling. Um anyway, the topic is surviving a zombie apocalypse.
Gosh, okay.
So what you'll do is between you and Lao, every time, like you do the next letter of the alphabet. So
One word at a time, correct?
no, 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 you don't have to do one word. It could be a sentence or whatever.
Oh,
Just a sentence. However you see fit, do a
I
sentence.
think we did a sentence last time.
okay.
Yeah. Like sometimes a sentence is just ow, you
Hmm.
know.
Okay. But the first word of the sentence needs to start with the next letter of the alphabet.
Correct.
Okay. And
Um
well, okay. Who's starting?
Pick a number, Toby, 1 through 20.
20.
Okay, Lyle.
2.
Okay, Toby goes first. It was 17.
All right. Are we ready? Surviving a zombie apocalypse.
Mhm.
Here we go. Ah, wow, look at all those zombies coming.
Boy, we better run and hide.
Catch that knife on the ground. We might need it.
down here. Hurry. I've got food stockpiled.
Mouse.
Feast your eyes on all these cans.
Get out of here, man. That's not a lot of cans.
Ha! You better find your own shelter if you're going to have an attitude like that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Jokes. I don't know if now is the time for jokes.
Okay.
Listen, I think I hear one of those mutant cows.
Mutant cows. I hear it too. I think it did some sort of weird moo.
No, it's at the door.
Oh no.
Please, you have to be quiet.
Quiet. Okay, quiet.
Relax. Everything's going to be okay. I have a milking device.
I hear it. It's coming.
Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful.
Under the window, look.
Viewport compromised. Run!
What? I don't even know what that means. But I'll run.
Exciting chase sequence.
Yo, that cow just bit my toe. Am I a zombie now?
Zombie Toby. I knew this day would come.
The end.
Good job, guys.
That was pretty good.
You did do pretty good.
Okay, well, that was fun.
Hooray!
Good job, Aaron. Fun game.
Thanks. I mean, I didn't really do anything today.
You have 3 weeks to think about another idea.
All right. Okay, well, moving right along.
No, 6 weeks.
That's right, next week. Okay, we're gonna do non-conspiracy theory again. But before we get to this episodes, we're going to review last episodes. Which
Okay.
was Aaron.
Last week's episode was about pantaloons and why all of those small pockets exist within your big pockets on your pantaloons.
Right. And
Toby looked it up.
I did. You remember what I told you?
I do. You say it. You looked it up.
What I saw was that it's for pocket watches. Back in the day when everybody had pocket watches, they needed a place to put them, and their little chains hung out. So it's a pocket watch pocket. And they just never got rid of them. And people have been using them for random things ever since.
I checked my pants, my jeans, and I don't have them.
Oh no. Well, where do you put
But
your pocket watches?
I get my pants from Walmart, so it's probably something that they cut out so they could save money.
Good point.
Mhm.
Good point.
New conspiracy?
I
Speaking
always
of,
considered getting a pocket watch, but I just never did.
is this for real?
Mhm.
What you gonna do with that?
Well,
Look
I
at
mean,
the fucking time.
I haven't considered it in a long time, but I don't
Okay.
know. That's just like that's just like the type of thing that high tier nerds do is they get useless accessories that are like way out of date and they're like, look at me, cool pocket watch.
But also he's gonna look at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And know when to be up here for the podcast instead of having my phone across the room and then I don't know.
Oh, okay. I like it. I'm gonna get you one. Okay, so this week's non-conspiracy theory, I believe, is brought to you by Mr. Pocket Watch.
That's me. So again, this is something that like every now and then I'll think of a question and then write it down for a non-conspiracy theory for the future so I can look up the answer to it. So this week I want to know, why are single-use plastics so prevalent?
Mm-hmm.
Who would you like to go first?
Man, I don't, you, because you didn't do anything the last game,
Oh,
Oh,
in the
wow.
last segment.
I spent hours looking for the perfect game. Okay, sure, I'll go first.
Mhm.
First of all, let me hit you with a couple of did you knows so that I can get my point across. So, we all know that coastal erosion is a huge problem in the Mississippi Delta region. In fact, it is estimated that we lose a football field every 100 minutes. And since the 1930s, we've lost around 2,000 square miles. And if we know anything about plastic consumption, we know that plastics we throw away end up in our bodies of water at an alarming rate. In fact, so much plastic is in our oceans that there is an area in our oceans called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It is the largest of 5 plastic accumulation zones in our world's oceans and is approximately twice the size of Texas. There's an organization called the Ocean Cleanup that is attempting to get it all cleaned up, but the plastic entering the oceans is Louisiana's contingency plan.
Mhm.
As more and more of South Louisiana disappears, the government is working on reinforcing the plastic zones that so that we can take back our land by claiming a new one. So, that's why plastic is so prevalent.
Oh, okay. Give me some plastic property. Okay, I will go next if you like. So I think most of us understand that plastic is a relatively cheap resource with many different applications. And while that is true of why it's so prevalent, I want to tell you the real truth of its origins, because it's quite a sinister story. I'm going to reluctantly share this with you guys, share with you what I know, but just understand that this does put a bit of a target on my back sharing this information.
Perfect.
Plastics were actually created by mistake by a group of scientists who were tasked with researching alternative ways to more cleanly burn fossil fuels. During early trials of refining raw materials, a machine actually malfunctioned and overheated, causing some of these materials to break down unexpectedly, forming an entirely new and unknown compound. Two of the team members on the project were intrigued by what they saw, and they actually went off to experiment with this new material and inadvertently invented plastic. Now, just days after their discovery, one of the two scientists started feeling ill. She died not long after this discovery due to unknown causes. The details of the discovery were eventually shared with the rest of the team, and after a short time, the other initial founder died. Unknown
Mm-mm.
causes. The rest of the team had begun experiencing various side effects, and they assumed it must have been related to this new plastic material, but they all decided to withhold that information from their employer. See, the team had failed in the task that they were initially hired to do, but they thought that if they could pitch the discovery of this new plastic material to their employer, that it would make up for their failure and possibly even lead to a bigger payday. So they pitched the plastic idea, and it's a hit. The employer decides to capitalize on this discovery as its usefulness seems particularly pervasive. Of course, the team of scientists do not share the details of the product's probable toxicity, and the employer is unconcerned if there could be a connection to the previous deaths. The plastic product is refined over the next few months, and trials of it start being um, released to the public. There are isolated cases early on of people getting sick after using plastic products, but they're kept pretty quiet. Now, as we all know today, plastic is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and plastic products are used everywhere. These stories can only be kept quiet for so long. There have always been rumors of plastics containing harmful chemicals that could be infiltrating our bodies or the foods that we store in them, causing us to develop diseases and cancers. But big plastic has always been able to silence or downplay these stories. Oh, wait, hold on, you guys. My phone's ringing.
No
Hello?
answer.
Oh, hi. That's odd. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, how much? 3 million. Okay, no problem. Thanks. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Everything I just said was a total lie. It was fake. I just made it up.
Okay, cool. I
The
I
end.
was thinking it may be.
Very
And
good.
that has nothing to do with the phone call I just got.
Sure. That was Aaron. It's 10:02. You told me to call.
Dun dun
Okay.
dun. Lyle, why are single-use plastics so prevalent?
The secret alien overlords from the future that rule over the earth have made it so. Not out of greed or to destroy the environment or anything else like that. Those are petty reasons for the small minded. Nay, dear listener, it is something far juicier than that. These beings from beyond time and space have craving, needs, desires. They want us fattened up to consume us, and stuffed with
Ooh.
microplastics is their version of topped with Tony's or add 1 clove of garlic. So they are littering our world with these single use plastics to break down into the microplastics and get into our systems and season us just right for the impending day of feasting.
I feel like a troll.
Yep.
Interesting.
The Bergens are coming.
Trolls this.
Wow. Okay, well, there you have it, guys. 3 very different conspiracies.
Mhm.
Choose your favorite.
Mine was legitimate truth, but
Sounded
Okay.
like it. Okay. Did you know? Did you guys
Did
know?
you know?
Did you guys know that a company called Warner Warner Chappell Music collected licensing fees for the use of the Happy Birthday to You song all the way up until the year 2015?
wow.
True story. This is why characters in movies are often found singing other songs like For He's a Jolly Good Fellow, and why restaurant chains often have their own birthday songs that they sing to customers. Because up until 2015, they had to pay a license fee or be fined.
Hmm.
Now, in 2015, September 2015, a federal judge declared that the Warner Chappell copyright claim was invalid, ruling that the copyright registration had applied only to a very specific piano arrangement of the song and not to its lyrics and melody. And as a result, the company had to pay back $14 million in licensing fees.
Wow.
Well, golly, it took them long enough to figure
I,
that out.
I know, right? There you go. Did you know? I had never heard that before,
Me neither.
but it's
Sounds
true.
sounds made up.
Well,
Well,
tis true.
I'm I'm glad for that because the made up ones from like restaurants and stuff are way catchier than Happy birthday to
Mhm.
you.
In fact
Happy birthday.
in fact,
Like,
when a restaurant does come out to sing happy birthday and they're like, "Happy birthday to" I'm like, "What the fuck? Y'all didn't even
where's
make up a song.
where's all the clapping and fast
right?
singing?
Happy birthday, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday." I don't know if that's really a song.
Sounds legit.
Happy birthday, we're so glad you came. Happy birthday from the Shoney's gang. Hey, we're so excited. We hope that you are too. So happy birthday from Shoney's crew. Woo!
Wow, someone had a Shoney's in their town.
I don't even know if that was a Shoney's
That sounded
song either.
legit.
Sounds
I
good to
think it
me.
was Ryan's.
That did
Mm,
sound. You're right.
from the Ryan's
That
crew.
did sound Ryan-y. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Okay. Um, well, here we are at our top 3.
Top 3.
Shall we proceed into the wilderness together?
I
Right.
suppose.
Okay, well, this episode's top three is brought to you by Aaron.
Top 3 streaming services. Yep, yep,
Okay,
yep.
This was
so
hard for me.
top three streaming services. This is um, the places we typically would stream and consume most of our audio video media, or I guess maybe just our favorite.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm,
uh,
mhm.
who would like to go first? Lau, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
Lyle
Let's.
apparently has a lot to say.
Uh-oh.
So sit back, relax.
Oh Lord.
Okay, preliminary question before I tell you number 3. Does Plex count?
I questioned that. And while it technically does have streaming built into it now, it did not always, and it is not its main function. So I didn't list it.
Okay.
He
Then
was
number
going to be
3.
an HM for me.
Yeah, it's in my I had it in my honorable mentions, but if it did count, it's number 3.
Okay.
Number 3, Prime Video. It's mostly easily searched, has a good mix of older TV shows, original shows, and movies. Can be confusing when looking to watch something since some of it is pay to rent or own, and that's mixed in with the included with subscription stuff. But it also comes with a subscription that has other uses. Amazon sucks though, tax them and Bezos.
Mm,
Mhm,
mhm.
mhm.
Next.
Okay. Um, the prequel to my number three is um, I don't really use streaming services that often for reasons that we need not delve into this podcast that will be saved on the internet forever. But when I do, these are the three that I would probably use the most. So number three is Amazon Prime Video.
Nice.
I have watched several shows on there in an attempt to try to use this service that I'm paying money for every year. Um, among my favorite have been the new Lord of the Rings show that airs on there. I really enjoyed that. And what
Great.
was
Now we
that?
can't do a top 3 Amazon streaming shows.
Oh,
Cool. Cool,
wah,
cool, cool.
wah, wah. I forget the
That
other show. It was like a good versus evil something or other. It was kind of a comedy. Anyway, there's been a couple. Again, I don't use it often, but there are some pretty good shows on there. Some good quality shows that come out of that studio that I like.
yeah, they got Fallout.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did make Fallout. Okay, Aaron,
Okay.
number three.
Okay, well, I disagree with both of you guys on that. Um, I find it quite annoying to search for something on there, um, and be told you can rent it for $3.99 or you can buy it for $19.99 when I already pay $170 a year to use their Amazon Prime account. But anyway, um, my number 3 is gonna be Hulu, which is like well, let me do it's Hulu will be my honorable mention, and I'll say Disney Plus is my 3, number
Mm,
3. Technically, they're on the same app now, but,
mm.
um I don't know, that's just, like, probably out of the ones I use, that is the number 3 most one I use.
Now
I don't really
Hulu,
have any, like, specific reasons why other than that.
Hulu's got live streaming or is it just on demand stuff?
I
I
think
don't
it's
remember.
just on demand.
Okay.
It
I
it
don't know.
has live TV, but it's like a different, more expensive pack,
Oh, I see. You have to add that.
like a YouTube TV type thing.
Okay, got it.
Which, by the way, while we're on this topic, don't you love how none of us wanted to pay for channels anymore, so we all started streaming, and now we're just paying for channels again.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah,
Some
like
of
you
some of
said,
us are.
when you go look for something on Amazon and then it tells you that you have to pay extra for it, like, now I just literally Google like, if I wanna watch something, I will Google "thing streaming," and then it tells me where it's streaming, and if I do it on my phone, I'm logged into them, so it tells you, "Oh, you're already subscribed to this one," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then I go look it up on Paramount Plus or whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know, it's
I
ugh,
think
I hate it.
apps that have free, like built-in content that is free because you pay for a service and also have paid for content should design the app in a way that the pay for content is in a completely different area
Yes.
than the free content. That way you don't even stumble on it unless you want to go look to pay for something.
I have this issue with all of the book apps are like that too.
Mhm.
Frickin' Audible, frickin' Amazon Kindle Unlimited,
Mhm.
they're all like that. Oh, you know what? Um, I know you have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, which, by the way, you also pay for more even though you have an Amazon account, um, which I don't anymore, but anyway, um, they are like, "You know what? You can have this book on your membership, but this book that just came out, no, 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 you have to pay full price for."
Yeah.
Well, go fuck yourself, okay?
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to the library.
There you go.
God
God
bless you.
bless you.
Thanks.
Okay, Lyle, number 2.
Okay. Yeah, this topic, got me mad about a lot of stuff while I was writing about it, if I'm being honest. I have both honorable
What's new?
and dishonorable mentions. Uh, my number 2 is the defunct, no longer existing WWE Network. This was such a game changer. Not only did it give wrestling fans the entire WWE backlog to go back and watch whenever, but it also allowed us to watch all their other retro libraries from companies they had purchased over the years and decades as well. Like when they bought WCW, they got their whole video library, but they didn't have any way to give that to us to watch. And then this let us watch that. This also changed the pay per view model from an optional $50 per month to order a single show to $10 per month, which gives you access to the aforementioned libraries as well as all of the pay per views they aired included. Finally, it organized things excellently. You could search up a particular show, then go year by year to find specific episodes. You could search a particular type of match and find all instances of that. You could search up a wrestler and find collections of their matches and important promos or story elements. All great for the customer and built from the ground up by the WWE, then ruined when they merged in with other pre existing streaming services.
Okay. My number 2 is the Max, formerly HBO Go,
MAXXX.
formerly
I knew that shit about you.
HBO.
Bottom tier name, Matt.
Yeah, that's the second most used one probably for me. The Game of Thrones stuff is on there that I like to watch. And there's a lot of good stand-up comedy I find on there that I like to watch that I would typically otherwise not really see unless it's pretty popular.
Do you stand up when you watch stand-up comedy?
No, I normally sit or recline.
Ha, ha, ha.
Unless it's particularly funny, then I'll sit up and do a knee slap.
Yeah.
Hmm,
So yeah, the Max app is probably my second most used streaming service.
okay. My Are you done?
I am.
My number 2 is probably based on Lyle's number 2, the bane of his existence. Um, Peacock.
Okay.
Boo.
Yeah, I use Peacock most often for any sort of reality, sort of shows that I watch, which there's a few I don't miss, you guys. I love Below Deck. I love Vanderpump Rules. I love What else do I watch? That's pretty much the only 2. Oh, Southern Charm, the original one. Those 3 shows I really like. Below Deck, for the most part, I can watch year round because there's so many different versions of it now, and for whatever reason, I just freaking love watching these people work on yachts and the drama that that brings them.
Mhm. Wait,
So,
what's Southern Charm about? Is it just people from the
they're
South, or what is it?
they're based so there's one that's based in New Orleans, but I don't watch that one. This one, the original one's based in Charleston, South Carolina,
Mhm,
and the reason why I started, watching it is because I don't know, it's the shit that these people will say out loud on their little interview things that just make me giggle and laugh so much.
but, like, what's the premise here? Like, is it
They're just
rich
rich
people from the South?
people.
Okay, so that's what it is, alright.
Yeah, they're, like, either, um, just rich in general or they're friends of the rich people, but generally speaking, it's like all of those, reality shows,
Mhm,
like, other than, I think, Below Deck, all of them are just chilling and hanging out,
mhm.
and that's their job.
Wow, I need
Some
some
of
rich
them do
friends.
a lot of, like, charity work and stuff, but that's not really what the show is based upon.
Mhm. Did you ever watch that show Chrisley Knows Best with
I
the
caught a couple
Chrisleys who
of
like to share?
episodes here and there, like, I never really sat down and watched that,
Mhm.
but Lyle and I would laugh here and there when I think it played on the USA Network.
Yeah, it did.
We would catch, like, a preview here and there because I think I had Law& and Order on our TV a lot.
No,
Mm,
I can tell you exactly why we watched it and when. It
Why?
came on right after Monday Night Raw when I
Mm,
still recorded it on TV and watched it from, like, the satellite box,
mm.
and Raw is a live show, so it can go over time, so I would always over record by, like, 30 minutes, so we would catch the first 15 to 20 minutes of that show that over recorded after Raw.
yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, so, like, Southern Charm, for example, it all started out with, like, um, some of the original guys are on it, and, like, one is pretty much just, still cruising along. He he makes his money he even said that he likes to make mailbox money, so he has some sort of investments involved in places where he just get checks in the mail, like, that's the
Mm.
kinda work he likes to do, and then he had another friend
That's
on
good
there
work.
he had another friend on there that they kinda always made fun of, and now and they did up until, like, recently still make fun of him. He decided to start sewing. So he started sewing throw pillows and, like, he's created this huge business making literally throw pillows.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and there's, like, a matriarch of that show, right? Which she's probably the her and her son are the most annoying characters on there, but I think she invested in his business and
Mm,
he kinda anyway,
interesting.
I just appreciate what these reality people will say out loud to cameras.
Right. Okay, cool. I've never seen it, but, that sounds funny.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I would never suggest it to you.
Right, I know. I gotcha.
Because I did suggest Below Deck, and you literally I questioned our friendship.
'Cause I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Even
else is
though
there?
you watch a YouTube version.
So not the same thing. But okay.
Yeah. Yours
Anyway,
is basically like G-rated home video.
it's real people living real life.
Is it?
Yes, it is. 100%. Yes. Anyway, moving on. Number one.
That's one of you guys, right?
It's
You?
you.
Oh, I go first?
Oh my gosh. Have we been talking that long?
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 1, Twitch. Twitch.tv.
I don't know why that's your number one.
Ah, yes. I know this is my oddball pick, but you should have expected. It's not necessarily watchable like a normal streaming service is, but it combines some watchability along with community like nothing else. You get to know people or allow them to get to know you, join communities, make enemies, and a whole lot more. It obviously started out and is still mainly catered to gaming, but there is so much variety: talk shows, news, game shows, live Dungeons and Dragons, cooking, DJs, group gameplay like Jackbox, etc., etc. Amazon sucks though. Tax them in Bezos.
For the second time this episode.
Hmm.
Guess who will not be sponsoring us? Okay, Twitch. Go check out give us your handle.
Twitch.tv/Spiegel22, SPIEGEL
There
22.
you, there you go.
You
See
can
some
watch
cool
me
gaming.
play games with my son, and watch my other children come visit me, and watch me play games by myself, and chat with people and my little group of friends that I made on the internet.
And you'll never see me on camera.
No, I have an idea for you actually. I just need to figure out how to do it.
Is it OnlyFans? We talked about that already.
I
No,
need to do it,
but also yes.
dude.
Okay.
Just put a camera. I'm gonna put a home uh, um webcam on my feet just everywhere I go.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh. On that note, my number one is a bit of a combo because it's two technically separate services, but they're all the same place. It's YouTube TV and then YouTube itself. That is what I absolutely consume the most of. I have a YouTube TV subscription that I share with some family, and that's how I watch all of my live TV, my local stations, get news and whatnot, watch sports games that are local to me. And then YouTube, I actually do the premium YouTube, which is another shared account because I ain't got no time for ads. Them ads, oof, they kill me. And I watch a lot of YouTube. I follow some van lifers. I follow some people who live full time on a boat with their family. A couple of those. I don't know. I find that stuff real entertaining and interesting, and some other stuff that we don't need to get into. But YouTube and YouTube TV is my number one.
Some other stuff we don't need to get into.
That I rabbit hole down on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Okay. My turn.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. As much as I dislike it, my number one is Netflix. It's what I use most often. I am convinced that I have consumed everything available on Netflix. Um, it's just my go-to. It's the one that I select first because but, like, there's some way that you can, like, unlock Netflix, and I need to fricking do that because it's definitely very curated to my liking, and, like, if you're
Oh.
looking for shitty movies, Netflix is the best place. Now,
Mm.
like, their TV series that they make, I don't think I've seen one that I didn't like. Um, they do have some interestingly bad made for Netflix movies.
Hmm.
But there's one in particular that, um, I watch over and over, and I'm like, "It's not really a good movie."
Yeah.
Uh, but it's Netflix is, like, the perfect, streaming app for me to put on in the background of anything that I'm doing.
Mhm.
because I can it's easy to find where you left off. It's easier to press pause. Like, some of these apps won't let me press pause with my earbud, that pisses me off, yeah.
Mhm. Let me ask you, did either of you guys, I'm pretty sure the answer is probably yes, but did either of you guys use Netflix when they were doing the mail DVD gig?
Yes.
Yes.
In
Same.
fact, we got a DVD for Blade Runner, the old original Blade Runner, and we, like, kept meaning to watch it, and, like, we were like, "Oh god, that's, like, kind of a big commitment." I mean, it's just a movie, but it's, like, kind of a heavy, longish movie,
Mhm.
and we just kept not watching it, and I think we had that one DVD for, like, 6 months
Oh my
before we
gosh.
finally watched it and sent it back. Like, they had added the streaming at this point,
Oh,
so we still were using it somewhat, but we just sat on that one DVD for a very, very long time.
yeah, I enjoyed that when they, started doing that. I watched quite a few movies via DVD
Mhm.
by mail.
That put Blockbuster out of business,
Yeah, for sure.
which I also worked at, so that was fun. Not when it went out of business, but
Right.
you cannot go rent movies like that anymore.
They still
No,
got Redbox?
they do still have Redbox
Yeah.
here and there. I see it in front of the Walgreens by me,
Mhm.
which I'm shocked that's still a thing, that they make money. I feel like
I
that
mean,
would
it probably
be,
costs them basically nothing to run that.
I guess.
I think a lot more people than we think use it,
Yeah, maybe so.
because I think when it comes to like, look, I'm not about to sit here and claim that we rolling in a dough, but I complain that I'm nervous about money sometimes, but we're doing a lot better than a lot of people, and I think that's the easiest way for people that don't have computers or,
Might not have
um
cable or anything.
yeah, or
Mhm.
internet at their house to
Yeah,
watch movies.
you're right. You are right.
'Cause I almost always see people at them,
Hmm.
but the little screen, their little sunscreen they have
A
is
little
funny.
sunshade.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There's something else I was gonna say about something you said, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, wow.
This
Anyway,
this topic got me in my feelings.
so what's some of your, you have some other honorable mentions or something else you wanna say?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Um, so first of all, before I get into this part, I just want to preface that, like we were saying, we were around when Netflix was like sending you discs and stuff, and we were around when we had local video rental stores
Right.
and all that. And when they started adding streaming and having the streaming services and stuff like that, that was like so amazing and so cool. And you paid your subscription, you could watch all this stuff, and there was content, and it was like an easy way to access stuff. And over time, these motherfuckers have gotten greedy and they splinter off and make their own things and they raise their prices. And it's so like it's barely convenient anymore. So it's frustrating that you have like you don't have to have some of these things, but like having the kids, it's so much simpler to have this sort of a setup to where they could just go into an app and then the stuff is there. They don't have to go like, looking around, digging through databases or whatever to find what they want to watch. So it's just so annoying to me. So like I put 3 honorable mentions and then 2 dishonorable mentions. And I don't have a lot written
Okay.
about all of them. My honorable mentions are Plex. If this counts, it's great. Allows you to use your digital and or physical library anywhere and easily.
Mhm.
Disney Plus, I said it has lots of original content. It's useful for the kids, very well searchable and organized, and I think the cost is reasonable, but I don't know that for sure. And then I put Netflix in my honorable mentions. Good original content, good TV library, good search. Looking forward to the WWE going there to see what that is like. But holy fuck, is it too damn expensive? Stop adding features no one wants to justify your increased prices and just bring the prices down. Also, stopping the sharing when that was literally their platform before is asinine. Useful and near essential, but boo! And then my dishonorable mentions are Peacock. This worked really well when I was watching the Olympics, both live and otherwise. I'm still mad about when the WWE merged into it because their organization is horrible and took away all the best features of the WWE network chapters, playlists, organizing things by something that made sense instead of only being able to support season one, season two. So, like in the WWE network, you could go to like Monday Night Raw and it was like, it would say 1999, 2000, 2001. You could go to a specific year and look stuff up from there. Peacock has it season 1, season 2, season 3 because that's all their platform can do, I guess, which
Mm,
seems very simple to just program in that it could show a different wording structure. Um, so like Monday Night Raw started whatever 1991, I don't know, I'm just guessing. And SmackDown started in 2000. So their season 1s are not the same year, so like trying to find stuff within the same year is really hard to do. And then additionally, and this is a problem across a lot of these services, but removing stuff from your continue watching list should be much easier than it actually is, if it's possible at all. Like on
yeah.
Peacock, if you accidentally click on a show, now it's in your continue watching list for like a year
Mm-mm. A long
until,
press should remove that.
yeah, if you never mess with it, it will eventually, like if you watch more stuff, it'll push it off so you don't see it all the time. But like it doesn't just go away. Like, I still have stuff from the Olympics that I started watching just sitting there in my continue watching queue.
Yeah.
Like, I accidentally clicked on Psych one day, and Psych was on my list for, like, a fucking year. I'm like, "Go away." And then my other dishonorable mention is Crunchyroll, which is the anime streaming service.
Mm,
They started out as a piracy website. Because back in the day, in the West here, we didn't have a bunch of anime. So people would get stuff from Japan, translate it themselves, like with subtitles and stuff, and then upload it to the internet for other fans to watch. And the agreement was like the universal agreement was as soon as it got localized to the West, all the piracy streams and stuff were taken offline because that's all we wanted was to get stuff over here so we could actually watch them. And that's what Crunchyroll started as, and then they became a legit service that you paid for, and then there was another company, Funimation, that's what I was subscribed to. Well, Crunchyroll bought them and they merged, but they didn't merge all of the content, so a lot of the stuff that was on my watch list disappeared, is no longer legally available to watch online. So guess how the only way to do that is piracy.
mhm.
And they vaporwared all the digital content that people had bought. On Funimation, you could, like, buy stuff and keep it in your library, like on Amazon or Vudu or whatever. And when Crunchyroll bought them, they don't have that feature. So if you bought shit, it's just gone. You don't have it anymore. So
Voodoo, I
your
remember when that became popular.
so your digitally purchased stuff just is gone. And so Crunchyroll is one of my most used, but that's out of necessity more than anything else. And they will learn the piracy lesson soon enough, I guess. Like that's this problem with these companies. Like Netflix became successful because it was easy and convenient and cheap, and people liked, like people will pay you a fee to watch stuff online as long as it's convenient and as long as they don't have to pay for 50 different things. And when
Mhm.
that starts being the thing, when it's you have to go to all these different apps to watch stuff, that's when people are going to start pirating stuff again because that's the same level of difficulty as just paying for all these different services and it doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
So like that's what happened to cable, that's what happened to satellite, that's what's going to happen to these streaming services again, and I don't know why they don't get this. They're just grabbing all the money while they can, I suppose. But
Right.
anyway, so it just made me very frustrated thinking about all this. And like, how much is Netflix? Like 25 fucking dollars a month?
It
Couldn't tell you.
depends on what version of it you get, but yeah, something like
Ridiculous.
that.
Ridiculous. That's all. That's like almost as much as YouTube TV that has all of TV.
Right. My my grandpa still has uh, a cable bill, like cable TV with like 3 boxes in his house, and he pays for cable internet from the same company. His bill is like $230 a month for that shit. He
Crazy.
probably watches 5 shows,
Yeah.
5 channels, if I had to guess, and then uses the internet to stream sports on the ESPN app on the Roku that I hooked up for him. That's all he does, and he's paying $230 a month. But like he couldn't use a streaming stick to watch, say, like YouTube TV. He would struggle with that, I think. He
Yeah.
likes the old school remote with the numbers on it, and he can go to a channel and watch that channel. To try to get him to convert would be painful. So it sucks because I'm like, God, you wasting all this money every month for 5 channels.
Yeah.
And,
And we
and I
talked
know it would be like breaking your arm to try to get you on a YouTube TV subscription that we could share, and it would cost you a fraction of this, but I just leave well enough alone because I know how difficult it would be to get him to change.
Yeah, we talked about this like off the podcast fairly recently, in fact. And like I think YouTube TV works fairly well. It does hang up a bit more than I would like, but for the most part it works pretty well. But like not being able to just type in a channel number or having a dedicated remote that works with that program is really frustrating for it's frustrating for me. It's super frustrating for like Aaron's dad.
Yeah,
It's just like I don't like it and he definitely doesn't like it.
yeah. Now, I
But
will say you can order the channels, so you can custom order. Each user can custom order the channel listing, so the channels you watch the most of could be at the top of your list. But it is frustrating to have to scroll through to go find what you want.
Yeah.
But you can go custom sort and custom order, and you can even remove channels you don't watch off your list, so the scrolling becomes easier. But I think you got to do that all online.
yeah.
Anyway, oh, I remembered the 2 other things I want to say. Aaron was talking about the Netflix algorithm, and that's a complaint I have about YouTube. The freaking YouTube algorithm is too sensitive. Like, I watch one video, and all of a sudden, my recommended videos is only that.
That's all you see. I know.
Yeah, and it's like I know there's more content on YouTube, and there's no easy way to get to it besides
Mhm.
Yeah.
just searching it specifically by keyword or something.
Like, I think on Netflix, it's a little easier to search on a computer, but, like, there's really like, you could be like, "Look at all of the movies in," let's say, the, uh, romantic comedy, and it'll be, like, 15 movies.
Right.
Surely that's not the only ones that exist on Netflix, but
Right.
that's what I'm being offered on the app on my phone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
The other thing I was going to say was, Aaron, I have a gift for you.
Oh,
There was a movie you wanted to watch that is now available
yes.
as of this evening.
Okay.
Uh, anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
So yeah, you purchased it for,
That's right.
me.
That's
Yeah.
right. Uh-huh.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That's what friends are for. Hey, well, good discussion about streaming services. Good pick, Aaron.
Did you
Thank
know it was gonna
you.
turn into this?
Me?
No.
Aaron, yeah.
I mean, I had an idea
Yeah, I didn't,
just
but
based on who I'm married to. I know you more than you think you do, than you think I do. Oh, real quick, I finally booked an anniversary trip for us to go on.
hey,
Yeah, we're going to Galveston, Texas.
nice. I saw the place. It looks cool.
Yeah, we're gonna sit up in there in
I don't
our three-legged, costume because one of us has a boot, get it, get it?
by that time, I'm gonna be fine. I walk up
and
and down steps now.
and
I
listeners,
know,
just so you know,
we're
I'm not going. I'm staying
correct,
behind.
correct. You are not involved in this anniversary trip. We really but, like, really my goal is to sit around and do nothing, relax, read, Um, maybe bring some crafts or whatever, and, like, mainly, like, just sit on the balcony and hear the waves. We're technically staying on the beach, but I don't want sand.
In your places.
Yeah. I'm not a fan I'm not a fan of the sand.
Hey, put that on a t-shirt.
Mhm.
I
I
get it.
I'm gonna be honest. I just realized that I'm not 100% sure which place we even booked, and I don't wanna know. I wanna be surprised when I get there
Wow. Ah.
because Aaron sent me a bunch of different places to look at,
If I
and
woulda known this, I would've booked the one I really wanted to.
That's right.
I told you to do whatever at that point.
Well, hopefully you guys have fun. Much needed getaway.
Yeah, we will. We like each other.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And maybe we can do a therapy session on our marriage one time on the podcast because 'cause
Okay,
we're an
yeah.
open book, but,
Okay.
most of the stresses in our relationship comes just from the everyday shit in life, and I think that's the case with everybody.
Right.
Just life is so busy, and throw 3 kids in the mix, 2 of which now are involved with stuff,
Yeah.
and we have something going on every night.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, Mondays are the only night that we don't have something going on. During soccer season, we're about to have soccer practice
On Monday
on
night?
on Monday as well.
Till what
So
time?
it's supposed to be
Excuse me.
the the coach said he'd do a second practice if enough people were interested, and enough people are interested, but we kinda all have stipulations,
Mhm.
like max an hour long
Yeah.
because, yeah, the situation we were in last weekend is just too much.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Now, is this, are both of these now you need to go, or is this one or the other, or both if you can?
I think that Friday will be a mandatory practice and Monday is gonna be kinda like, "Hey, if you can make it, come,"
Okay.
is what it seems like. Which, I mean, we don't really have any excuse. We can do that for the 6 weeks that remain, you know? But, yeah, we have soccer Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and dance Tuesday, Thursday, and soccer on Saturday too,
Mhm.
which
How much?
soccer is spread out, like, on Saturday, but when I got the schedule and I was looking at the schedules, and then, of course, my godchild now plays he's in the youngest little co-ed league, um, or age group in the same league that Oliver and Simon are in. They could not have more opposite schedules from each other, all of them. If Simon's in the morning, Oliver's in the afternoon, or vice versa.
Mm.
There's only 1 day out of the 8 weeks where they kind of align to where, um they should be able to come to our kids' games, and we can go to his.
Wow.
Otherwise, it would be us going drive back to the park to go see him, and I mean, same for them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
Okay.
all over the place.
Right. Busy. Moral of
Yeah.
the story. Busy. Well, I will
Yeah.
probably see you guys this weekend. I'm sure we'll chat more as the week
Hooray.
continues, but I do want to come watch some soccer games. Okay,
Okay.
well, that is it. Episode 19, you guys. This was episode 19.
Also, Jamie, I know you're gonna do it. Looking forward to hearing what your top 3 are.
That's right. Okay, thank you guys for listening. Catch you next time.
Alright, bye.
Goodbye.